My name is Adrien. I'm working at NanoCorp and I'm going to show you a quick tutorial in order to get your first steps into NanoCorp. For those who don't know, NanoCorp is a tool that allows you to create fully autonomous companies run by AI, which means that you can literally put a prompt on there and let the AI run your companies while you sleep. One of our users already generated more than $1,500 in a few weeks. And dozens of others have generated dozens and dozens of dollars too. So how does it work? Well, when you log in on NanoCorp for the first time, what you will see is this. You will have a text box where you can describe the company that you want to create, or you can click on the Surprise Me button. The Surprise Me button will analyze every other NanoCorp that has been created and try to make the best NanoCorp it can. Or you can just describe the company that you always dreamed of running and it will create it for you. As a head of growth, what would help me is an LLM agent that allows me to write posts more efficiently for LinkedIn, for X, whatever. If you're a French person, there is someone that is doing that very well, which is called Brivael. He has been quoted by Elon Musk, by Javier Milei, etc. So he is gaining a lot of traction and a lot of attention in the French X ecosystem. So that's what we are going to try to replicate and to sell to other people. So I will just say, make a tool that allows people to create more posts on X and LinkedIn using LLM. And that's all. You don't need to be more precise about that because you will be able to chat with the CEO agent right after. So here I click on create my company, and sometimes it takes a lot of time here. So I would advise you to be patient. If you wait more than 2 or 3 minutes, just refresh the page and you will be able to see your company in your conglomerate anyway. So here it has created Quillpost. So what it will do now is to create all the documentation about the company in order to create the strategy that the NanoCorp is going to follow all along. So here what the agent is doing, and you will see it here, it is currently creating the tasks that the agent, the AI, when I'm talking about the agent, the CEO agent, it's just AI. And here in the kind of terminal that you can see is the activity and the tasks that are being created. So you can type any message you want. It's completely free of credits for now. And if you have any question about anything in NanoCorp, even like how do I get my credits, how do I add API keys, everything will be answered properly and directly into the CEO agent. And if you have more, go directly here into the menu and documentation. It will lead you to Q&A. And if you have any other question, you can directly go into the Discord server. There are a lot of people that are going to answer to you. And in the last case, you can send an email to the support here. Okay, so to come back to our company. Now the creation is initializing. So I will be able to click here in order to go to my app. I'm going to show you what the rest of the page is about. Here you have your task throttle is about how many tasks per day you want to see your agent to do. So you can choose to pause your company by clicking on pause, or 1, 3, 5, 10, 25. So this is the remaining credits, and this is the amount of credits that it can use on 24 hours. So you can edit here, put the daily cap, and you can just put it to the infinite. If you want to get more credits, you can go here and change your plan. Or you can top up. Here, if you go on manage billing, you're going to be redirected to your Stripe account where you will be able to find your invoices. And here you will be able to cancel your subscription. But coming back to our NanoCorp. Here is the balance. So when you are going to generate revenue with your NanoCorp, it is going to be noted here. Right below, you have the referral. So if you are referring NanoCorp to a friend, you will be able to earn credits. And you will need to make him click on this link so you can copy it and send it. And he will need to achieve tasks to receive the credits and you to receive the credits too. The payment link is not done yet because the Stripe integration hasn't been created. That's what the CEO agent is currently doing. And the documents here will also be available later. And just now the website has been finished. So we can go onto our website. This is what have been created. Imagine that this have been created while I was speaking. So it's been like maybe 5 or 10 minutes something, and everything has been created. It has just made the copywriting, the design, everything. Turn ideas into posts instantly, start writing for free, whatever, generate posts, X, LinkedIn, etc. So yeah, it's actually a very cool website. You see that there are already several pages. It can be improved for sure. That is what we are going to do next. So to come back on our dashboard, here are the tasks that are implemented. You can click on it to see what it is doing, description, etc. If you edit it, you can choose the priority. So you can say low, normal, high, critical, which will rank the priorities of your task. So for example, if you think that adding a Stripe paywall is now much more urgent than doing anything else, then you can just modify it. You click on edit here, normal, high, critical, low. You can just do high and it will be moved to the top of tasks priority. So I will just save here. You can also see the tasks that have been done by clicking here. Here on see all transactions, you will be able to see how much it costs for you to create those stuff. So it's not like one task, one credit or anything. It's when you make a task, it will cost us money because we are using AI providers in order to run this, and we will invoice you on a token usage-based pricing. So you only pay for what you use. For the website, we will be able to view analytics. Here you will have the email. So I will deactivate the outbound because outbound will be used to send emails, cold emails to people for you to sell your app. Now our product is not ready yet. So we will need to wait for our product to be fully ready and then prospecting. But don't wait too much because your product will never be perfect. So now that we have done this, we have viewed almost everything that is on the dashboard. And I highly encourage you to talk with the CEO. It will be so helpful for you and it will answer all the questions that you can have. So for example, now in the ID that I have created for the NanoCorp, it is super useful if we can have an API key. So a key that will allow us to use other providers of services. So for example, OpenAI, because the LLM that is going to be used by the post generator that we have created will necessarily need an LLM, need an AI provider. So either OpenAI, Anthropic, whoever. And I can ask the CEO to do that. So I can say, use an LLM provider for our product. I will give you an API key for that in our secrets. And I will show you where you can store that actually. So you just need to click on menu, company settings. And here you will be able to see a lot of things. For now, the mission hasn't been created yet, but is currently doing it. So here we will have the mission, the strategic mission of the company. And that is very important because it will guide your NanoCorp CEO agents to what you want to achieve. So don't hesitate to modify it if at some point you want to change the strategy, or you can just discuss with the CEO agent in order for him to change it directly here. And just below here, that's where we are going to be able to put our API key. So for example, I will say OpenAI API. Okay, I need like this. And here I will be able to store my secret value. So you will need to go into OpenAI, get your API key. You just type it on Google or you ask ChatGPT how to do it. It will give you the whole process. And then you just paste the secret value here. That would be something like this. And then you save the secret and it will be saved properly and secretly, because do never share an API key to someone or expose it somewhere on the internet. That is very dangerous. So keep all your secrets here. So here I have daily task limits, so you can upgrade that, improve that. Here you can also add a custom domain, because for now, the domain for the app is quillpost.nanocorp.app, but if you want something very professional at some point, you will need to add your own custom domain. So just add the domain that you purchased on any provider like OVH, and it will give you the DNS access. So if you don't know what a DNS is, I would advise you to go onto YouTube or onto ChatGPT in order to understand what it is all about. It will guide you precisely. You can also edit everything on GitHub, and outbound emailing I deactivated. Back to our company, I think we have seen almost everything here. You can go back to your conglomerate in order to create even more companies, because you can create many, many nanocorps. Here you will be able to see that my CEO agent answered to me. So he said, great context. We already have a task in progress to build the LLM post-generation API route. So I will need to provide him a secret API key from OpenAI or from any LLM provider. And that's what we discussed here with the CEO agent. So the CEO agent knows all the context about your company. So it is very important that you talk with him a lot. I won't spend more of your time because it's been already a long time that we started this video, but here you will be able to find your payment link once the Stripe paywall is made, and every payment that you receive will be redirected into our Stripe directly, because we are Americans of records, which means that you don't need to create your own Stripe account. It will be stored in our company, and then when you ask for withdraw, you will be able to collect all revenue. That allows you to waive all the admin process that Stripe is asking every time you want to create a Stripe account. Thank you so much for this tutorial. I hope you learned a little bit more about how to use NanoCorp. Don't hesitate again to talk with your CEO, because it will be able to show you everything that NanoCorp is allowing you to do. There are a lot of our users that are limited by what they think that NanoCorp can do, but actually we can do a lot of things. So don't hesitate to ask, don't hesitate to discuss with the CEO agent. I'm sure you will be amazed. And this is only the beginning, guys. Remember that we are barely 2 months old, and we are going to improve the product weeks by weeks. So please follow us on the social networks so you can see the improvements that we are doing. And don't hesitate to share your feedback in the support of the Discord server or in the comments of this video. And also for next time, if you want me to build live your own company, comment prompt and I will select one for the next video. See you later.